Well, hello to another episode of Cigar Apostle. So tonight is a little bit different. Tonight is no cigar, and just kind of wanted to show a little bit difference of bourbon I got this past few months. Uh, the channel's been a little bit changing a little bit. We've had little setbacks on a few things. Um, if you can hear me, um, testing a different mic tonight. If I'm coming in clear, please let me know. Um, so I think I'll just let this go for a little bit to see who pops on. So see anybody watching it? Hey, Josephus, sounds good. All right. So let me go ahead and get started. So tonight is close but no cigar episode. So tonight's no cigar. Um, I was wondering if I hit the jackpot. Seven, seven, eight. Pretty close. Anyways, um, I picked this up for my birthday, or my wife got it. It was the Wild Turkey 8 year. Um, I love it. Just kind of holding off to finishing it. Then I found the Old Fitzgerald 7 year, um, bottle and bond. It's actually pretty good. I got it with the bag. And then just picked this up, the Old Granddad 7 year. I wanted to open up. Got this weekend just by accident. Found it for MSRP. Um, Wanted to check it out tonight and see if. So these are pretty much supposed to be shelfers. I've heard different, like this is going to be limited release, but then maybe a shelfer in the future. I haven't cracked this open, so I'm going to crack it open tonight. Um, if you, this was about, I've had the regular old granddad bottle and bond and the 114, and it's bottle and bond, so it's 100 proof. Um, this is bottle and bond also, and it's 100 proof. They're both 7 years old, and then of course we got the Wild Turkey 101, which, like I said, my favorite is Wild Turkey 101. This is 8 year. I had to pick it up as soon as I heard about it. Of course, that's pretty close to 7 years. It's not bottle and bond, but it is one of the 7 year, close to the 7 year one that I could find in the last few months. I just started the bourbon kind of hunting, getting into it a little bit more this year. Um, and so I like to hunt. I like going out and finding it on the shelf um, and just finding it at a good, reasonable price. Maybe a little secondary, a little bit, but don't always pair my cigar with bourbon or tequila. There's a couple cigars that we've kind of tried to pair with tequila. Um, for non-alcoholics, we do water, mineral water, sparkling water, root beer. You know, pretty much any of your preferences is good. So, uh, so before I get into here, so our channel's changing a little bit. Uh, we'll have an episode kind of more into that, but um, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because we will have future content, and I don't want you to miss it if you want to learn something or just come on and chat with us whenever we go live. My wife Veronica will be back in future episodes. She had a little surgery. She's in recovery. She's doing well. Um, I don't know if you can hear her. Say hi. I don't know if you could hear her. She said hi. So she's in the comments right now. Let's see. How many are watching? Excuse me. So, little things changed around the our place that we're at. We're at an apartment, and they're kind of cracking down on what can be smoked outside around the apartment. So we're gonna kind of see what we can do and maybe work into finding places where we can do content and smoke a cigar, and or we'll go, you know, do the main reviewing a cigar at a shop and then probably come on here and talk about it. We still we'll have some future content on cutting, lighting, um, and maybe some reviews on um, cigar accessories and humidors and stuff like that. Hopefully we can get some guests on here and then we can um, spread some more cigar knowledge and stuff, or maybe even get some more bourbon speakers, guests on here. So it's a little bit of a slow show tonight, but not to be sounding so drag here, you know. Maybe it's because I haven't any tasting of these lovely um, libations. So first, we'll go ahead and open this and get it cracked open and put it in a Glen. So, and if you've had this Old Granddad yet, please let me know in the comments and how you like it and what your thoughts about it. Let's see if I can get the cork pop here. At least it's a cork and not a screw cap. Do a little bit of heavy pour. So you can see, let's see if I can, pretty nice. It's very light on the aroma. I feel like I'm getting a little caramel. So far, that seems to be the only thing I'm getting. So I'm going to put that aside for a second. Sorry if the noise of the bottle rattled. I just realized where the mic is. So that's the Old Granddad 7. And now I'm going to do a little comparison with Old Fitz also. I do like this little slender decanter that they have. It's like, hopefully one day I'll get a 9 or something, one of the bigger ones for my shelf. That one's they're about the same viewing on there, same color, and then a little Wild Turkey here, 8. I'm gonna put it in my new Glen that my sister and my brother-in-law went to Kentucky, and they went to a Wild Turkey, and they brought me this Glen Cairn with the Wild Turkey etched in the glass. Hey Hugo, how are you doing? Thanks for popping up. I can see some in the comments. Hang on a sec. There we go. So, old fits. I still get a little, I actually get a little bit more, say, ethanol on it. This is very, very light and smooth on the old Granddad. I'm not really getting any notes. I'm trying, but maybe I'll do better on tasting. And wild turkey smells like wild turkey. Got the light caramel, vanilla, little ethanol. So I'll go ahead and taste my palate real quick with the old Granddad and see how that goes. So in the initial taste, I get caramel, maybe a little vanilla, almost kind of like butterscotch. I get a slight heat, just a little bit, not much, mainly just because I'm not used to maybe a lot of higher proof. Plus, this is the first drink of the day. I'll go in for a second. That is very smooth, very sippable. Like I said, it didn't have very much like heat, ethanol on it, and it's, you could sip on this neat. You can pour it over ice or mix it with a mixed drink. Let me see, how about the Oats Fit 7? I believe I get a little bit more caramel on here. Not much of a burn or low vanilla. Not as much as butterscotch on the old Granddad, but it is very tasty. That is good. That is good too. I should have gotten me some water before this. Right. Let's see. Do I have a cup of water over there? Thank you, my little Vanna White. Let's see. Thank you, Rory. Okay, that clears a little bit. Oh. Mm. I'm really partial to this, actually. I don't know. I think it's just, I like the caramel, I like the cherry note, the little, I guess, the little funkiness on it. Now, the difference is also, this is going to be on a shelf for, got it for 45. The old Fitz was a little bit harder to find, but the price on here, it's supposed to be MSRP 45, 60, $65. I got it for 70, a little bit over. And then they were gone the next time I saw it. And I've only found it a few other places. Some other places have it a little bit higher. 89 here in Texas. And now they're at, I think I saw it at for $70. And then when we found this, they had like 6 cases. And then and then we went to another liquor store and they had like 5 or 6 cases also. And it was the store we got it from, it was 30, I believe it was like 36, and the second store had it for like 39. So I think it's more of a staple, going to be for like $39. So what do I think? um I'm still sticking with my wild turkey. I mean, I like the regular wild turkey 101. Getting your regular wild turkey 101, you're going to be paying less than this, but it's also not 7 years old, it's 4 years old. But 45, 39, I believe the wild turkey is going to be better for me, in my opinion, for my palate and my taste. The old Granddad 7, I'll probably get another one to keep on the shelf. It's great for, like I said, it's great for mixers. It's a 7-year-old, $39. The regular old Granddad and 114 are pretty good also. And so for price and between them, if I had to choose, because out of all three, and I needed something in between for the price, I may probably choose the old Granddad. Um, it didn't have that that back heat. It's a very good sipper. I'm gonna get a little second opinion here.
What would you pair? Which one would you pair with cigar?
Which one would I pair a cigar with? I think it depends on what type of cigar. Pairing a cigar with these, I'll probably pick a medium to bold cigar. I could probably do light Connecticut with the wild turkey, only because it out of all these three, it has the least boldness of a heavy caramel. These two have a little bit more complexity into it, especially the old Fitz. Probably would do. Let's go with like a smaller budget stick for them. If, say, Nica Rustica Adobe would be good for any of them. Maybe Um, something with a Maduro, a San Andreas would complement both, or all three also. I would have to actually test that pairing out. Mm, so so if there isn't any other questions, what do you think? What did you think of this
It's not bad. It's smooth. I get apricot with it though.
apricot?
Yeah, got apricot.
Like a fruity note.
Fruity. A little bit of caramel. I get a little bit of back heat on the back of my palate, but it could be some of the medication I'm on.
Yeah,
So I just took a small sip. So
yeah, but on smelling it, I don't get any heat, ethanol.
no, I got apricot fruitiness.
It's it's funny because on some of them I hear them say plum a lot, but when we pair or when we review cigars and stuff, we do like maybe it's a cultural thing. You know, we know what a persimmon is, an apricot, and even apricots. Those are still a little nutty also. You get like a little nuttiness on it. So maybe it's just your palate, um, from what you remember.
Kind of like the old fits better than the old granddad right
Yeah. So I did between the two.
now.
I hope I'm not. I sound like I'm backpedaling. Uh, from the prices and the finding, I would do the old granddad, but and because the old granddad is like I said, smoother, easier sip.
It's a little bit bolder. If you like that bold,
At the back end,
taste, yeah.
yeah. The old fits, um, I get more caramel.
Yeah.
I get a little bit bolder caramel on it, maybe a little vanilla. But once you get into them a little bit more, uh, sipping them, your your palate gets a little bit more acquainted with it. I think your your mouth just kind of adjusts, and then you can taste it a little bit more in your third, fourth tasting. So whenever we go back to something a little bit off on here, see, Wild Turkey has that little funkiness on it, but I like that funkiness because about smoke a cigar, I would if I can't smoke it inside. It's like I would have to move everything outside. But I think this weekend since we'll be able to have a little bit more time, we will match a cigar with an old granddad, and I will probably post something, a short or something on Instagram about it. Now I had so I was on Discord with um, Major Zero. He has his own Bourbon YouTube channel, and I was talking to him, and he wanted to know how I would like this old granddad, and I want to say I do like it. It is very good. It's and I know that seems very plain to say, saying it's just good, but for $40, you get something you want to sip on something neat. Uh, you can easily not finish in one night. Some people can, but you can. It is an easy share at a party. Um, Sip on it for a couple nights. Something to start off the night or even end the night with. Now, let's see. I haven't had anything deeper. And the old granddad, I believe it is, uh, what is it, like a Jim Beam product or close to Jim Beam? Let's see. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification. So, is there any questions about our future or what are y'all sipping on tonight? What are you smoking tonight? I mean, technically, I'm still a cigar uh, content creator here. Um, what's new that you are looking forward to in a cigar? Um, we haven't. We're going to go out this weekend and kind of look out. We haven't actually bought any new cigars lately. One because these took in place of our budget for cigars. Uh, Plus, we've been on the back row, kind of busy on the weekends and at nights. Plus, it's been hot here. Um, I believe a few weeks ago, I was able to smoke a few cigars. I posted on Instagram. They were delicious. I did have a Still Austin, um, a cast strength store pick, and I did pair it with the um, Silent Hero cigar, uh, Maduro, and it pairs well. If you haven't seen that, you can check that video out, which I believe it's one of my shorts. But I have a video of that Still Austin. Um, so okay. Hugo says that he was recently introduced to Booker's and Old Forester and was blown away. We had a regular Old Forester, the 86 proof, and we liked it. It was very, just for as a beginner or starter bottle, it was very good. We're working. I saw the 1924 that came out this year, but uh, my wallet said no. But then whenever my wallet says, "Hey, why not?" it it was already gone, and so we're working on getting a few other Old Foresters to try. I know there's that single barrel that's I've been checking out other people's reviews on it, and some of it hits and miss, and sometimes it's good. There's just so many out there. It's exactly like cigars, There's so many out there. You want to try them all. You got to work it out in your budget, and then do you want to review it or just enjoy it? And um, sometimes we'll pick up something, a cigar, or like I said, now we're picking up some bourbons, and we're just trying to see if it's um, review worthy, or able to share with anybody. It's like, hey, you got to try this, and if it's good enough, we'll put it on our Instagram, we'll put it on your content. Um, even if it isn't good, we'll share it too. We'll let you know what we think about it. Um, But like I said, we've been kind of slow on our content lately, but we're still here. We're still here. We're in other people's podcasts, their lives, their their videos, their contents, and kind of just getting around. So if you see our names, that's us. We're there. So I know I felt a little drowned here. Had a long day at work today, so I kind of like. I'm glad I'm doing this episode tonight because I really need to open a bottle. I really need a cigar too. I might actually go do one after this. So it's still early. So what else we got? Booker's actually, Hugo. I haven't had Booker's yet. I see it all the time, and that is a Jim Beam product. And then we see Booker's. It's like there's a few of them out there, and it's like it's always on the shelf. I kind of like, well, if it's on the shelf, I can wait to get that. We do see Little Book also, and they're they're about $100, and it's like we can get three bottles that we haven't tried, and we're kind of working on it, and with that amount, so we kind of pick and choose. It's just like cigars, like I said. Um, we do need to do a little shopping. We are getting a little low. Veronica's hasn't been able to smoke because of her surgery and her recovery. So, but um, I know she wants to fill up the empty spaces we have also. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yes, she said
I
yes.
need cigars.
She needs cigars, she says. She says, they're my looking cigars, and when I feel better, she's going to smoke like a train. No, it's a joke. So, anyways, let's see. Anybody else? What cigars are in? What does Hugo say?
What cigars are in your
Um, you know what? There's actually a couple that just came out. What is that? The blue, something blue. Um, if I had Google here, I could probably tell you. Um, I don't know, anything that's good. Really, we want to try and start trying some of the ones that you pretty much want. We want to try some Atabays, um, and even Sanchez. We still haven't gotten that. Um, there is there is um, you know what? I think that's about it. Um, we do kind of want to get back into those ones that we haven't tried that everybody else has, and they've been telling us that they love. Um, just mainly because they're a little bit more expensive. We just now that we've had a few, uh, let's say ones that we have been able to get, we want to get something that's a little bit more out of our budget reach, and then kind of enjoy those as well. Um, I know on Davidoff's we been asking around which ones to try, and I think we're going to set on trying to get some of the late hours. I think somebody else had a suggestion also, and I have it saved in my notes, but I haven't. Uh, it's I can't get it right now. Um, let's see. Anything interesting too. Like I said, give me 1 second. I can probably find. Um, I can tell you right now. Oh, the new My Father's blue. That's one we want to try. Yeah, the new My Father's blue. I think that's one that we want to go ahead and try. Um, yeah,
See if I can find the cow.
and some more McAuliffe's. Veronica loves McAuliffe's. I like McAuliffe's. Um, she tries to grab every single one whenever we see them in a shop. Um, I don't know what else is out there. Let's see. Let me go back here.
He said the blue is okay.
That it's okay. So, um, there's actually a few cigars also that we, when I first started smoking, wanted to get, and that's from the Regina Cigar Company. And the Regina Cigar Company is actually, um, I think it's almost like a non-profit organization where they sell cigars that get blended by other factories. I know some of them get blended by A.G. Fernandez factory, and the other ones from the uh, Real no Riojas uh, factory. And what it is that they sell these cigars, and most of these profits go back to children in like Nicaragua and Dominican Republic, uh, for like schools and the churches over there. It is more of a kind of like a um, Catholic base, I believe. If you want to look it up, it's Regina Cigars com, and the bands have a religious motif on it. You know, Guadalupana, uh, some popes, saints. Christmas ones, they have a nativity, and I believe there's a Christmas one. I mean, not Christmas, an Easter one. Uh, and you can get them 5 packs or a whole set. Um, but partial or most of um, the fees that you when you buy them that they sell, um, goes back into helping the organization for children's schools and churches and back where they do rolling the leaves and stuff. So it just seems very good charity type, and it's something that we've been really wanting to get, and we just haven't had a chance, and we really need to uh, we really want to help out and do that. So now that I tried the last part of the Old Granddad 7, the taste is very good, but once you swallow, you get the little heat back coming back out, and but the taste is very still the taste of it is still very smooth. I do like it. It I'm glad I was able to pick it up. Um, let me, after the show's over, in the comments if you're watching this episode, let me know what you feel like, or if you have an alternative um, bottle that maybe I should be looking out for, and that may be close to the prices or close to maybe an easier to find on the shelf. Um, something different than like Evan Williams, Bottle and Bond, or let's see what else do we have. You know, we don't have very many bottles. Like I said, we just started on our collections, and uh, kind of half of the bottles are look like this. So we don't really collect the whole bottles. We drink them. I do have some tater bottles that I haven't opened up yet, um, and I did find them on MSRP price. The Eagle 10, the E.H. Taylor. I have a Buffalo Trace and a Weller Special Reserve. Um, I have tried all the Wellers except for CYPD. Um, I do like the foolproof. Veronica liked the 12 year. 12 year is pretty good too, but um, we haven't seen them in a good price range on the shelf around here. So, anyways, I think that's it for tonight. Um, thank you for joining me on this little episode tonight, and hopefully, you'll catch us on the next episode. Wow, and the next episode will probably be about um, restrictions on the area of where you can smoke cigars. And I hope everybody has a blessed night, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you. Peace.